Fellow Africans, today I want to share to you about investment in Africa. Africa, we are crying, we are poor. Africa, we are crying every now and then. But the problem that I understand is that Africa will take our resources into the end of the foreigners to think that the foreigners will help us. Why I said so? Because you see the foreigners, when they came, they take a piece of land, they started investment. When the African people discovered maybe minor in some places, the foreigner will come and say, I want to start it, or I want to invest in this place. The people who have discovered those miners will be taken away. Or sometimes even the government use policies and the militaries or militant to push back the people who have discovered those miners and taking one person to be the investor. So look what we believe, that one person from outside of the continent will be a good investor than the people who have been discovered those minerals, that they will not be a good investors. What we are supposed to do is to make possibility for these people or these villagers to have a capacity to produce these enough minerals instead of taking or pushing them back. And that is the problem that we have. Look at the land in South Africa. The land is owned by the minority, while the majority, who are African people and black people, are suffering. So we believe that this minority will produce enough employment. We have the mind that Africa will need employment. No, Africa will need to own our economy. That's the only way. Sometimes this what we call employment is colonial mind, that someone will come with enough money or huge money, will come and invest, then will drive you and will get a little instead of getting enough. So we need to change our mind to think that the investors is the one who will come and bring the good life for our people. The investors are the businessmen. They came to make business, so they will make sure that they get a lot of money, but we Africans will remain with the littles that will help us to sustain for a certain time. That's why you see sometimes if you make a mistake, they will fire you. So Africans, we are suffering. We are suffering because we have taken our resources to the hands of foreigners, what we call investors. What I want to say is now we need to support African people to be the main investor in our continent and in our countries. If you go around of this continent, we find many skyscrapers, but they are not owned by Africans, are owned by investors. Now we have this time of pandemic. Look how many Africans we have enough to produce vaccine. It's not, no any African country can produce vaccine. Not because we don't have enough capability or we don't have skills. It doesn't come to my mind that all 54 countries of Africa, we don't have ability to produce vaccine. I don't believe that. I believe if we decide we can do so. But because we are waiting for the investors, for other people, for the foreigners to work for us, that's why we are waiting and we are relaxing that the foreigner will help us. We have investors will contribute, we have donors. That's the mind that make Africa poor. We are crying like a babies because we are not deciding to do our things. We are waiting someone to work for us. Let us change this behavior. Let us focus on how we can support young Africans and the Africans to be the main investors. Let us support Africans to invest in their continent, instead of calling every now and then, calling the Chinese, calling the Europeans, calling the Americans. We have created good environment for investors. Which investors were creating good environment? When your people is suffering. Africa, we don't have enough safe water, while we have stream and big rivers that are flowing every now and then, but we are crying we don't have enough water. Africa, we have rain. Africa, we have many sources of power, but Africa is the only continent that they don't have enough power, electric power. but we are calling the investors to come to invest in power. Look at now, how much money we have used to buy vaccine. A lot of money we have used to buy vaccine, to buy masking, to buy any other sanitizers. So those money, if we have decided before that this money, we take this money to make sure that we have enough electricity, we have enough safe water. I hope now we don't have this problem. But because it's not said by the Europeans, it's not said by the Chinese, that's why we are relaxing. The day the Chinese will told us, do this, we will see all Africans we are doing this. It's the day the Americans have told us to do this, we do because the Americans have said to us. So we are waiting someone to tell what to do. And we believe that these white people or investors, who we call investors, these foreigners, have, their mind is very clever than Africa. When the investors come say, I want to take this place, you will see the government will give the piece of land, they will give everything, they will support, even they will give the police to make sure that they are safe. But when African people want to do something, we see they will reject. So this is what we say, self-hate. Africa, we have self-hate, and that's why we don't believe that Africa can be investors. That's why we call the people from outside to come to invest. But we didn't see the Chinese calling Africans to go to China to invest. We didn't see the European calling Africa to come to invest in Europe. Tell me any company from Africa who are operating in Europe, in China. Nothing. In India. But Africa is like the village. Everyone is the hunting ground. Everyone is coming to Africa to take what we want to take. So let us come together as Africans. Let us believe in ourselves that we can be the investors. We can, even though we didn't do the same as what European has been done, but let us start small by small. Let us believe each other. Let us support each other. At the end of the day, we create a good things that in Africa will benefit. That's what I want to share to you. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share our video. Thank you.